Of all the days to interview me, they choose my bad hair day.
Platypire TV.
Hi, my name is Nely Cab. I'm the author of Creatura. It is a young adult series based on the descendants of the Greek gods. It's got a few twists to it. And the first book in the series is free as an ebook on all platforms. It's called Creatura. The second book is called Fruit of Misfortune, also available on all platforms. And this is a standalone novella, which I'll be giving away a few copies. These aren't on sale on any platform. They're only available as an ebook for 99 cents. There is a third book in the works. It's called Marker of Hope, and it'll be coming out soon. The first question submitted by Platypire Sophia is, was it important to feature a book with a Latina or Hispanic heroine, and can you tell us about her? Well, yes, it was important. It was important because the town of Los Fresnos, where the book takes place, has a population of 5,000 people, and 87 to 89% of them are Hispanic. So it would make a lot of sense for my heroine to be Hispanic. Also, initially when I started writing this book, Isis, the heroine, was fashioned after my sister, and of course my sister is also Hispanic, which makes sense because my parents are both Hispanic. And I'm Hispanic, and my brother's Hispanic. So we're Hispanic together. The second question comes from Maribel, and she asks, how has your cultural background influenced your stories? Well, I remember growing up having the television full blast in the background with telenovelas. And if you've ever watched Telemundo or Univision, you know that those telenovelas get real crazy. There's always drama, there's always something happening, and there's always the element of surprise. So sometimes I didn't watch these because I'm not into telenovelas, but when I did, I noticed that the pace of the story always kept going because there was always something happening. And so I integrated that into my book. And so that's where there's a lot of drama in there. And don't be surprised if like the gardener turns out to be somebody's dad. The third question comes from Sophia, and she asks, why is diversity in books important to you? And the answer to that is because there's more than one race and one culture in the world, and we all have different traditions and different lifestyles, and we all have a story to tell, so why can't we read that in books? I think it's very interesting. The fourth question comes from Jude, and she asks, your main character lives close to a US-Mexico border. Why did you choose that setting for your book? And the answer is because I wanted you to ask me this question. But really, because Los Fresnos is the town where I grew up in, and it is located along the US-Mexico border. Not exactly right on it, but it's maybe about 20 minutes away. And so that's why. The next question comes from Jude, and she asks, are you influenced by any Hispanic or Latin American authors when you write? And the answer to that is I have no idea, because I never check to see what race the authors that I read are. The only way I would probably know if they are Hispanic or Latin American is by their last names, and sometimes, that could be their married name, so I wouldn't know. But on another note, I can tell you that I am very, very influenced by tacos and tortillas and tamales. And if you send those to me, I will write more books. Jude has another question, and she wants to know, what's your favorite kind of food that you're going to make me the next time you see me? Why do I have to choose favorites? You are limiting me. And also, I'm not going to cook for you. The last question is, Why did you choose Greek myths instead of Mexican folklore? Okay, that's kind of a long story, but I'm going to tell it to you. So I had a boyfriend, and his name was El Coco. And El Coco was really fun to hang out with, and he was always playing hide and go seek. Started getting kind of stalkerish. He would hide under my bed, he would hide in the closet, and then he started showing up with like masks and a machete. And I didn't understand, I thought, oh, he just, he wants to scare me. But, so, I don't know, I felt kind of weird hanging out with him. And then my mother started telling me, that she didn't like him. And my dad kept telling me that I better not have a boyfriend, and that he was married. And I thought it was, just lies. You know how parents are. So, El Coco, started following me around a lot. And he was always hiding behind corners, and I thought that was kind of weird. And I kind of felt stalked. So one day I met him over by the river, and I said, look, El Coco, I don't think that this is going to work out. And he's like, why not? I already have even the song written about me. And I said, okay, let's hear it. And he's like, I'm going to be famous, And I said, okay. And he starts singing the song, and it's, duérmase mi niño, duérmaseme ya, porque viene el coco y se lo comerá, which translates into, go to sleep, my baby, go to sleep now, or the boogeyman will come and eat you. Right then, this woman comes out, screaming, mis hijos, and I thought, oh my God, this guy ate her children. And I said, El Coco, what is this about? And he says, that's my ex-wife. And so this woman comes and she's like, mis hijos, no tengo dinero para comer, no tengo dinero para vestirlo, no tengo dinero para esto, no tengo dinero para lo otro, no tengo dinero, voy a llamar con las autoridades y no te van a dejar de ahí salir nunca. ¡Púdrete! So I'm just so surprised by what's happening at this point. And so I turn to El Coco and I say, El Coco, is this true? Do you have children? Do you owe this woman child support? And she says, of course it's true. And he says, no, it's not. And she says, yes, it is. I have pictures to prove it. And she starts showing me pictures of her children. And the first one is La Muerte, La Sirena, La Mano, El Chupacabra. Buena! Oh, I'm sorry. It's an automatic reaction to Mexican bingo. I decided, I was done with Mexican monsters and, romance. And I decided to set my sights on beautiful Greek gods. And so that's why I write Greek mythology for now. Also, El Coco was a broke ass. I've never met a Greek god that was broke. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and I leave you with these wise words. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar, porque no tiene, porque le falta. I forgot the words.
Loco quiere bailar, el mariachi loco quiere bailar. Quiere bailar el mariachi loco, quiere bailar el mariachi loco.